Welcome everyone to today's TDL member forum for May. My name is Christy Park. I'm the director of the Texas Digital Library. I'm so glad you've all joined us today. We're going to have a slightly different agenda today. So today's forum is going to be all about the Texas Conference on Digital Libraries, which is happening next week, believe it or not. So Leah and Alex, our communications manager and our conference planner, are going to give us a tour of the conference platform that you'll be using next week and point out some highlights in our program, some networking opportunities, and then just leave some time for you all to ask questions if you have them. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Leah, who is going to take us on a tour of TCDL. Leah?
Thanks, Christy, and hello everyone. This is Leah DeForest, the Communications Manager with Texas Digital Library. I'm really excited to get to share a bit about TCDL with y'all today. I do want to remind everyone to please register for TCDL by Friday, and anyone who is speaking or is presenting at TCDL, please join our office hours, which is happening right after the forum today. I'm going to paste a couple links in chat here for you. I'm going to point out some program highlights later in today's presentation, but first, Alex is going to give us a tour of our conference platform, Hoova. So Alex, take it away.
Thanks, Leah. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to walk everybody through Hoova, which is our virtual conference platform today. I know it's new to a lot of folks, so we just want to make sure that we've got all of our ducks in a row before the big day on Monday. So first things first, how will you log into Hoova, or how will you even create a Hoova account? So I encourage everyone to go to the main TCDL page, which is on tdl.org. Here's kind of our central hub for everything you're going to need to know about the conference. And here you're going to see it says log into the conference site. So I'll go ahead and click here. There it goes. Okay. And here, well, I'm logged in right now, but normally if I log out, this is what folks will see, our nice logo here. And then here you can sign in. If you don't have a Hoova account yet, you could just click sign up here and it'll take you into the sign up sheet. Let me go back to the sign in page. And I'll go ahead and sign in. So this is what the home base kind of looks like in Hoova. First, I want to show you how to update your profile. So you're going to go here to the upper right-hand corner, that drop-down menu, hit My Profile. And here you can update your picture, your name, your affiliations. I have it semi-filled out. You can even add a job resume, social account, all sorts of stuff. So I encourage everybody to fill that in just because it'll give a sense of more community. And so after any profile things, let's take a look at what attendees will be there. So in this left-hand navigation, you'll see here, and you can see all the attendees, and you can search for them by name, affiliation, location, etc. If anything comes up and you need to contact me or Leah, feel free to search in this bar. Here's Leah. And you can send her a message or me a message directly with any quick questions or tech difficulties, what have you. We will have an Ask the Organizers section that I'll get to later, but this is kind of an emergency case. But just in case, wanted to show you that. So let me switch gears to the agenda. So here again in the left-hand navigation, you'll see the agenda here. It's organized by day and by time down here. So let me walk you through an example. I'm going to choose May 25th because this is our opening plenary here. And here up here, I wanted to touch really quickly that you can filter by tracks. We've got a lot of tracks this year because there was just too much good stuff. So you can select whichever one you want, filter by multiple, which is, I think, a great feature. So let me show you what a session will look like. So I'm going to use the opening plenary and keynote as an example. You'll hit view session. And here normally the Zoom stream will pop up here. So we're asking all attendees to just log in through Hoova because it's just going to be streaming from here. And here you're going to see the logistics of the session, time, date, how many folks are attending. You can add it to your agenda here. You can like the session here and it'll pop up as little hearts right underneath. You can see the speakers that will be presenting. And from here, you can view each of their profiles. You can send a message. And then down here, we've got the abstract from our keynote, Dr. Shadle, about what she will be discussing at the keynote. And then here, you will also have in the right-hand side of the window, you're going to have your Q&A, any polls that will pop up. There'll be a chat. And there will also be a community board, which I'll touch on in a moment. Another thing I wanted to mention is that when you add to your agenda here, it automatically just adds it. But then you also have the option of downloading a calendar invite via Google or Outlook, Apple, whatever your preference is. So I think that's a really great feature for those of us that rely heavily on Outlook, like myself. All right, next up, I'm going to show you the community side of things. Here's kind of the more social aspect of it. We're still kind of working on some discussion topics here, but here's what I mentioned earlier, that ask the organizers. Here is where you can ask Leah and I, what have you, tech questions, logistical questions, session questions, whatever you like there. You know, we have an article sharing. There's the very important pets of TCDL, which here I'm going to walk you through how to post in one of these. You could see here, here's the chat. So I'll put, I'm going to post a picture of my dog by you. So for that, you'll just hit this button. And then my computer's a little slow with everything going on. Click on the thing you want to upload, and I'll go ahead and post that. And for photos, it takes a second or two, but that's how you post to them. If you wanted to create a thread, you'll go here to add a topic or social group. I'm going to make one that's reading recommendations. Oh, I never know how to spell recommendations. Okay, 2 M's. Recommendations. What are you reading? Right. Oh, I guess I should put this in the question format. All right. So that's open for anybody that would like to post. So next up in this little demo, I'm going to talk about sponsors. So our sponsors are actually called exhibitors in Hoova. So it'll be in that left-hand pane again. You could hit on exhibitors, and here are all of our sponsors for this year. And I think it's really cool because you can visit a booth, kind of like if you were in person visiting the exhibitor hall. And here you see the logo, contact information, any coupons or any videos that they might have, demos will be here as well. They've got their handouts and photos, and you can send their reps messages. Keep in mind that not every sponsor has a rep present at the conference, but everybody's email will be listed. So it might not necessarily be a live message, depending on which sponsor you're trying to contact. All right, and last but definitely not least, I want to show everybody our fancy schmancy poster hall, virtual poster hall. And so here you'll see that all of our posters here are listed alphabetically. If you wanted to search for a poster, you do it up here. It could be by title, presenter, whatever keyword. And then here you can also filter by tracks. We have these by tracks as well. So you can filter there. Now let me go to an example here so I can show you what it looks like. So I'm going to go to the collections as data poster. And to view a poster, you'll just go into enter. And then the video will start playing. I'm going to pause it just so it doesn't start playing immediately. So here you'll see the video, the elevator pitch of the posters. You'll see their descriptions. You could see how many times it's been viewed, any likes it might have. You'll find the PDF of the poster presentation, and then the presenters here as well. And you could send their messages. You can go to their profile. You can also start a chat about the poster. It'd be the equivalent of when we have those TCDL happy hours when you can approach the poster presenters in person. And then let's see if there's anything else I got to touch on here. Oh, and then to like the poster, let's see. Yeah, you just press this little heart right here underneath the video. And then with that, speaking of posters, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to pass it off to Leah in a moment, but I want to see if anybody has any questions while I'm here talking about Hoova. Feel free to drop them in chat or just unmute. That works as well. I'm not seeing any typing. Well, you know my email, you know where I am. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Leah and I will be pretty much all hands on deck between now and Monday. So it'll be a quick response for me. So yeah, I'll pass it back to Leah, who's going to talk about our scavenger hunt for the posters.
Alex, thanks so much for that demo. We are just so excited about Hoova and having this really cool conference platform. And I'm really excited to get to talk with you all about the poster scavenger hunt. So I'm going to paste some links online, or I'm sorry, in chat here, where you can check out the poster scavenger hunt. We are opening it up ahead of the start of the conference to anyone who's registered. And so for those of you who are familiar, this has become a little tradition at TCDL that showcases the amazing work that's displayed in our conference posters. And the TCDL Planning Committee did a great job moving this year's scavenger hunt to a virtual format. So in order to play, you'll need to be registered and create your Hoova account. Get in there, take a look at the poster presentations that Alex just showed you. And then presenters of the posters have each submitted one question about their poster. And we've turned those questions into an online quiz. And you can take the quiz anytime. And this is an open book quiz. You can feel free to use the posters to find your answers. The prizes this year include one of 4 books of your choice. These books are recommended by our keynote, the chair of our planning committee, and also TDL staff. And the top prize will be 1 book plus free registration to TCDL in 2022. So what will happen is if you take the quiz and you get every answer right, members of the TCDL planning committee are going to grade your quiz and check for those perfect scores, and then randomly select 3 winners. The first and second winners randomly selected will get one of the 4 books, and we'll ship them directly to you. And the third winner randomly selected will get 1 book of their choice and free reg to TCDL 2022. So I pasted links into chat, and you can go ahead and get started. You can always email us at info@tdl.org if you have any questions along the way, and just want to wish you all good luck and happy poster scavenger hunting. And in our next slide, I just want to point out a few program highlights for next week. We have some really fun networking sessions that the members of the TCDL Planning Committee have been planning. We're going to be hosting networking sessions to welcome and connect our BIPOC colleagues on Monday and Wednesday morning from 9:30 to 9:55. And everyone is invited to attend that. And you're also invited to stop by the registration table before heading into your first session. Again, our TCDL Planning Committee members will be hosting really informal sessions from 9:30 to 9:55 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So just come by like you would at an in-person conference, say hi with your coffee, but you'll have to bring your own breakfast tacos or, Danish or what have you. Alex showed us where you can find the keynote and opening plenary, and this session will take place Tuesday at 10 a.m. and TDL's Christy Park will MC the festivities of that session. This will include a welcome and land acknowledgement from TDL's governing board chair. We'll have our awards ceremony and of course our keynote speaker, Dr. Suzanne Shadle. And another highlight, we'd love to see everyone on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. at the TDL Services Rodeo. We are, all of us on staff are going to take turns talking about different services, and we'll be open for your questions. And so we'd love for you to stop by and say hi. I pasted some links into chat where you can find all these sessions. And then finally, just to recap, I do just want to remind everyone, please be sure to register for TCDL by Friday. We're going to close registration on Friday afternoon, so please be sure to register. After you've registered, as Alex showed you, please set up your Hoova account, get in there, update your profile, explore the agenda, start playing poster scavenger hunt, and please upload pictures of your pets, please. Plants count too if you don't have animals but you like your plants. And if you are presenting next week, we are hosting presenter office hours starting immediately after this forum, and we hope you'll attend that. That's also open to attendees if you're curious or interested. And also, if you're presenting, be sure to read those emails that are coming from your session moderator. Be sure to connect with them, ask them any questions, and we've got lots of ways for you to get all the info you need so you have a smooth session. And so now we have time for any lingering TCDL questions that you may have. Yes, thanks, Courtney. Or any other just general questions about TDL or services, any other upcoming events? Thank you, yes. Okay, then we are going to cut it short today, which is very helpful because Alex and I need to run over to that presenter office hours. And for those of you joining, Laura has a question. For those of you joining that, we'll see you there. So where are the scavenger hunt questions for the posters? 1 second, Laura, I've got a link for you and everybody else. Hang on a sec, I'm gonna post that in chat. So we've got a little, oh, I grabbed a lot of stuff. Never mind, that was the old clipboard. Here you go, let me grab this. We've got this all on our website, and we've got a Google form for the quiz. And so if you click on that, it says take our online quiz. That's the Google form where you can see all the different questions. Cool. Thanks, Laura. Good luck. All right, I guess we're good. If you have any questions, email us at info@tdl.org or Slack us if you're in the TDL community Slack. And we'll see you bright and early next week, Monday morning. Hope to see you at our registration table.